particular class. I saw some of you sitting there. We just think you're sitting here. The Twin Allisons do, in fact, thunder when they get... Really need to start in front wheels until they got to the end. Push it up. Whether he intentionally tried to hit shot to the right-hand side of the track, or that's exactly where he ended up, but he started over this way and had to get on the brake a little harder than perhaps he wanted to. And then down in this corner of the track, the little flying over thing. Could have come up a little bit short, but I was really surprised. 282 and 8, 282 and 8. Didn't look so good off of the starting line, and you were watching everything as it came down through it. Maybe a one not feeling quite so well. However, I don't. Maybe he was getting in trouble when he started on the tires just a little bit. However, he got it stabilized, got it calmed down, got it changed down. And all the horses driving here on this one called the jury. Remember, we just saw the judge. The judge is out on top right now with a very strong 327-9. Twin Allisons here on this one. Got that tackle that you come to expect for the V12. And this one, I will almost bet you there was one of these turning the opposite direction. Watch the torque on the frame as he comes off of the line. He's very indicative of the fact that he's got one turning the opposite direction. Couple of crackles and pops out of one power plant or the other. Maybe a misfire. Here again, twin spark plugs in each one of those cylinders. It's almost impossible to get a misfire, but sometimes you can. Love the cool air tonight. There's no question about that. The aircraft engine likes this cool air. You can build a lot of power with that. There's no question about that. A little bit of alcohol burning off of the exhaust. Nothing to worry about as far as that is concerned, as long as we contain it out there. Squares himself out for a pretty decent pass down the track. He did started a little bit rough, as you can see it kind of rocking back and forth. As your test took once again, we'll find out what he wants to do. He's going to be down neighborhood of 300, I believe. To be real close to that test took in his class. A Medline Fever. Something let go underneath there, and you can see it bounce the front end pretty hard, brought it down on the track. $79.20. Sean Beer power coming up. Watch the slope change. Exercising his option, I believe. I have a feeling we'll roll him right straight back. See what he wants to do. In and underneath that hood. White, gray, and black, the three colors we look for. Pad black, it's ready to go. Started to get just a little out of shape at 150, and he hangs on, and at 200 it kind of behaves itself a little more, but again a little rougher ride than Chris is normally used to getting. Out here on the track with the afterburner machine out of Connorsville. Edison Lane with his 1486 at 285 and 3 out on top of this one, Keith.
Hey, Dad.
We build the fire and then we try and put it out. The white smoke that you're going to see is going to be a water injection, perhaps in place on there. 4 turbochargers potentially underneath the hood, up to 3 pressure stages. You don't crowd this much fuel into the cylinders all at once. You've got to ease it in there. Renegade deer. Power coming up. You hear a heat building in the power plant there. Now he's squared away. Well, once he got it lit and straightened out, he lays down a pretty good run. Renegade deer walking down the track in good shape. 280 and 9, good enough for second place. 280 and 9, just about not quite 5 full feet behind Edison Lane. 280 and 9 for David Seifert. About 200 feet, things start to get a little wild and nuts. A little bit of a sideways, almost a one-wheel back and forth, and Steve did the best he could to try and drive it out of that, and it didn't respond like he wanted it to right there. And every time you start to one-wheel like that, you start to lose your momentum because you've lost the drive on that particular wheel. Steve laid down a real good run considering what he had to put up with at about 220. Superstock sitting back here in the back, letting him warm up a little bit to get a little heat built in that engine. Right straight past 220 where everybody else is having a little bit of a problem, and never look back. Never look back. Lays down a beautiful run. Roger Early laid down a great run with the all-business machine. Schramek and Gettiger. Then back to run. And the young blood makes it look pretty easy. A couple of bounces there, a couple of bounces, but didn't really unload the rear tires that much. Every time that bounces, of course, that front end comes down on the ground very hard. It's going to unload the tires to the rear just a little bit. Brian laying down a real good run. Lauren Gettinger up next. Stutter that I didn't like the sound of as he came off of the line, but he lays down a pretty good run right against the right-hand sideline. Lays down a pretty good run. Got to feel that the parts and pieces we put in were a benefit. There's no question about that. We saw this one in total, and to do what they had to do to be able to run it down the track here tonight. So it worked, like I said, 5 a.m. that power plant, just a little bit, tremendous quantity of fuel. Pull the kill switch and get him shut off. He is up there on that, bounced around a little bit. Here again. They ask people to stay back off of the track. Stay back off of the track. We'll leave the loader on the premises. Mike is fine. We're getting at the next side. Everybody's poised over the brakes, and he did not need a brake. He did not need to tag either brake with that one. Well, it was looking like for a minute there we were going to have trouble getting past the 40. There you go. Just a gentle touch of the left brake there as he brings it back in line. You can see him didn't stab the brake. Our competitors you watch at the starting line, they'll pump those brakes up, make sure that they've got the brakes where they need them. They come down the... Just that quickly, as we said, it was going to take a 310 run to join the elite. He says, okay, not a problem with me. I can do that. Takes the red Avenger right on out. Beyond 310 feet. Walking strong. Sounded good, too, as he came off of the line with it. Rolling Stone out of Greensburg. Paul Stone in the driver's seat, and he was humming. Lays down a good pass. Good pass. Couple of bounces there at the end that started to look a little questionable. Kane taking a pretty good bounce right there at the end, although closing. A couple of bounces right there at the end, giving the Rowdy Red a little bit of a run for money out there at the end. Beyond that 310 foot distance.
That's his last attempt.
£8,000 super stock diesel. A little different sound. A lot of charger underneath the hood. We can have as many as 4. 3 pressure stages there. We're back to the big tires at 30.5, 32s. But that multiple pressure stages is what defines it. A little smaller engine configuration than we had in the Pro Stocks. 279 and 6, 279. interesting how much difference one little change can make with the trip. Mark Weeder holding down a... laying down a good run as he started to drift a little bit to the right across that 250-foot mark. I have a feeling he may have tagged the brake a little bit to see if he can come back, and that cost him a little bit of distance right there. Rocket Moon out of Lynn, Indiana. Get your attention. Remind you what we have going on a little bit. You bet. Fireworks and Rosie. He figured out something on the right-hand side of the track. That's where he started. He stayed pretty well to the right of center all the way down and then drifted a little bit further to the right. There's about 12 feet that separates first and second right now, but only 4/10 of a foot separating second and third. Ryan Shramick takes the young blood from Williamsburg, Missouri down there and going to be right.
I got to talk to him. He's solid for it. I had enough money to have it.
Flash fire that is out just as quickly as it started. As quickly as it starts, still see a little bit of flame up on the top side underneath the hood. Get the side panels off right there. Flash oil fire that's very spectacular. Saw all the cameras going off, so I mean we've got some good pictures of this, I'm sure. I'm in Ted Coverdale down there. And effort and blood, sweat, and tears all paid off. A nice run for the up and out out of the Gettinger stable, and it looked smooth. Sounded a little, shall I say, hesitant, I guess, off of the line down here. Almost a stutter that seemed to smooth out there, and you got things straight up. 160 feet when he finally hooked up to that track, and early had it pretty well figured out. Whatever he put together must have worked and worked very, very well. Did we save the best for last? We'll wait till that measurement comes back to know for sure. But a very strong run for David Seifert. A very strong run. Laid down a pass worth waiting for, I guess you'd have to say, Dan.